Hello everybody and welcome back to the Eat Train Talks podcast. Today I'll be reviewing the middle grade novel Operation Frog Effect by Sarah Schierger. But before I share my thoughts on this great read, I have some big news. For the next few months, I'll be interviewing some amazing authors in my upcoming podcasts. So be sure to keep checking the Eat Train Talks podcast and my Twitter account Eat Train Explains for updates. I'll be featuring, drumroll please, Sarah Schierger in the first episode of my Everything Books series, where I'll be interviewing your favorite authors about everything books. Be sure to listen to my interview with Sarah, which is coming soon. Now, time for my book review. Operation Frog Effect by Sarah Schierger is the story of the 5th grade class at White Oak Elementary. Their teacher, Miss Graham, gives each of the 8 students their own special notebook to write their own personal thoughts, feelings, and reflections. And through their journaling, the reader learns that each of the children write in their own unique style, and they're dealing with very different personal problems. From Emily worrying about losing her 2 best friends, to Cecilia and her mom having a hard time adjusting to living away from their family, to Blake and his mom being evicted from their home and struggling to live life while stuck living in their garage. The author Sarah Schierger tells the story of each of the children through their journal entries, a unique style of writing which I absolutely love. Through friendship, acceptance, and kindness, the 5th graders build a loving community from the ground up. The 8 protagonists become role models for the readers. In the beginning of the story, they all made mistakes, but throughout the novel, the kids learned from their errors, and by the end of the book, they persevered and made the right decisions. But I'm not going to spoil the ending of this beautiful read. No way, not in a million frog years. You'll need to read Operation Frog Effect by Sarah Schierger to find out what happens to the students in the 5th grade at White Oak Elementary. There was so much I loved about this read. I really liked that the frog in the story was a metaphor for what all the characters were going through. At first, the frog was wounded and abandoned in the wild, but with the help of a kind community, she was brought back to full strength and she was accepted. And many of the students came into class on the first day of 5th grade with no friends, just like the frog. But they left 5th grade with new friendships, a loving community, and a sense of self-worth. Each character was unique and came from different backgrounds, but by the end of the story, they accepted who they were, and learned to love themselves. I recommend this novel to kids who are trying to find themselves, want to be accepted, and who are feeling self-conscious. This meaningful read may be a work of fiction, but it discusses real issues which affect people of all ages. Operation Frog Effect by Sarah Schierger shares the message that you must always be you. Thank you for listening to my book review on Operation Frog Effect. Remember to keep checking my podcast and Twitter for more updates on my upcoming interviews. And be sure to listen to my special interview with the author, Sarah Schierger, coming soon. And a huge shout out to PJ Library, who first introduced me to this special book and author. And that's all, folks. I'll see you in the next one.